Hello and welcome to this session. In the previous session, we had seen the cloud deployment models. So, in that, we have seen the public cloud, the private cloud, and the hybrid cloud. So, all the cloud service providers they are offering several services which can be classified in three different categories. So, in today's class, we will see what are the cloud service delivery models that the vendors are providing. So, there are many vendors who provide cloud services in the market today. As we have seen, one is the Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and then there are several cloud service providers that we had seen in the earlier session. So, along with the proprietary public cloud services, many open source initiatives are also available. Like for example, in this session, I'll also discuss about the Google Suite, which provides several services that to open source. So let us start with the delivery models today. Cloud computing organizations talks about the offer of infrastructure, platform, and software as computing services to its consumers. So all the services, whatever those are available, those have been classified into three different categories. So the benefit for the consumer is that they can avail these facilities over internet anytime, sitting at their own locations in a cost-effective manner. Suppose if you are starting with some IoT project, Internet of Things project, you don't have the hardware services. So you can opt one or else several hardware services by subscribing to cloud platform. So there you can find IoT services as one of the options, among which you can select the services that you want. Likewise, there are several software services also. Among the software services that they are making available, you can select some and then you can carry out with the work without purchasing any licensing, the hardware and the other things for the development. The only thing you have to have is a system, a high-end system with the internet connectivity. That too some high bandwidth connectivity. So these particular three services are, one is software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. So depending upon the options that we have, some are classified under software, some are classified under hardware, some are classified as a platform. That is the only difference among the three services. So the first service is the SaaS, software as a service. You can see over here the platform as a service, the infrastructure as a service. Like examples I had given over here, one is email, CRM, collaborative software, ERP, are the some of the options that are available under software as a service. Like application development, decision support, web streaming, all this comes under platform as a service. Like even today, for designing of websites, there are several things that you require. So all the tools, no need to buy. Suppose if they are proprietary, you can take them as a software as a service, or else the platform itself, the complete web development platform itself as a service, and you can design and develop the website. So let us see the software as a service. In this, applications or software is delivered as a service. So everything, whatever the option that we are select under the cloud platform, that we call it as the service. It will be available to you in the form of a service. Here we are talking about the software, the applications or the software that is delivered as a service to the customer who can access the program from any online device, eliminating the need to install and run the application on the customer's own computer and simplifying maintenance and support. So this is the objective of this particular kind of service. Some of the things you had already seen, one is the Gmail service, the Hotmail service, all the Google apps that you can find on the top hand right corner after logging into the Google site. Skype is also a software service. Likewise, there are several software services that are made available through the cloud platforms. I want to share with you the websites also, the look and feel of the websites of Microsoft Azure and then Google, etc. at the end of this session. The 5 ideas of SaaS. One is services are fully managed and hosted. No need of bothering the other kind of installation, configuration and other things. Have regular recurring payments. Whatever you are using, that much only you have to pay. And then allow for any time, anywhere access. Have multiple tenants on servers and don't require installation of specialized software. So these are the 5 key ideas of software as a service. There will be multiple tenants. You may not be knowing. On some machine, not only one person is allotted, there will be several tenants, one or more. So all the people are sharing the software as the service. And there is no requirement of installation of specialized software. That is the advantage that you will be getting over here. The primary advantage being that pay per use. Whatever you are paying, that much only you have to pay. So then comes the platform as a service. Here, suppose if there is a requirement of building a website, then you require several tools. Suppose for the design kind of thing, web designs kind of thing, you require several software tools like PageMaker, CorelDRAW, etc., etc. So those also you can get it as the complete package. Likewise for development, HTML5 is required, or else something ASP is required, or some other database is required. So everything will come under one particular thing called as the platform as a service. Everything is included in that. With PaaS computing platform provides supplies, tools and a development complete environment to help companies build, test and deploy the web-based applications. So the complete package is being provided. Whatever you want to use, you can design, you can develop, and then after the complete website is being hosted, then you can release the services. So bundles all stack components like hardware, infrastructure, storage together with database security, workflow, user interface and other tools that will allow the users to create and host powerful business applications, websites and mobile apps. From this point, you can understand that the whole complete stack, the whole bundle, like the interface creation, the tools, the databases, whatever you want to require in order to build a website, everything comes along with the platform. So examples, as you know, Google Cloud Platform, Microsoft Azure, and then Amazon. So all these things like the platform as a service option is available with Google, with Microsoft Azure, and then with the Amazon. So you can subscribe to this particular product or the particular option. You can avail the services, and after the use of the services, you can pay and you can release the services. And then the third one, as you know, is the infrastructure. Sometimes you require hardcore servers. Everything, the hardware component comes under this infrastructure. So this particular service provides user the computing resources and storage comprised with many servers as on demand and pay per use. Here you have to understand a point, that is on demand. Suppose if today you want to hire 2 servers and there is a context wherein which in next few days you want to have the same configuration of another 2 servers. The scaling, the elasticity can be provided by the provider. So this option is available. No need to bother that you had only opted for 2 and you want 2 more. So obviously whenever the scaling, if you want to have, that particular facility is always available with the infrastructure as a service. So pay per use, as I had told you in the earlier service also, the kind of data center, the bandwidth you want to have, the private line access, servers, server room, firewall, storage space, all these particular components comes under the infrastructure as a service. For these services to have, there are several providers, the high-end providers and popular providers. One is the Amazon, and that particular platform that through which they will provide is the Elastic Compute Cloud. So under this particular category of Amazon, they offer the infrastructure as a service. And then there is another popular provider in this infrastructure as a service, in the race there is a rack space cheaper than EC2. You can go and visit the www.rackspace.com, wherein which along with the services they offer, they also had given the price tags. So you can see the price tags, the services they offer, and depending upon that you can subscribe and you can use the services. And the next is it provides the facility of remotely using virtual processor. So here they are not carrying the complete hardware and installing it in your premises. What you are getting is the virtual processor, the virtual memory, the storage and network resources to the consumers. So all the consumers are working with that infrastructure remotely. So that particular point you have to understand. What is the requirement that you want to have? The requirement that you want to have is a machine with the internet connectivity. These virtual resources can be used just like physical resources to build any computing setup. So hope you might have understood all the three services that we had discussed. One is the hardware, like the infrastructure, the software and the platform. All these services the providers will provide to you. Depending upon the service, you have to select the category, you have to subscribe, you have to use. Then we can see the current leaders. Here, as I told you, Amazon is the biggest service provider in this cloud platform. One is the Amazon.com. You can visit and you can see the product. I had taken one screenshot for you. Okay, I will show you. Towards the end of the session, I will discuss you the component that they have on the website under the cloud service options. And next, the Microsoft, Google is there, and then IBM Salesforce.com. These four are the prominent service providers of the cloud platform. So these we can call as the cloud leaders also. So the cloud computing platform in Amazon is, in short, you can call it as AWS, Amazon Web Services. And it started in 2006. Like here you can see, Amazon is tied up with infrastructure as a service, data sets, content distribution, and right now it is into IoT, machine learning, etc. You can see on their website they are offering more products. They had listed only few, but there are more products to offer. Like Microsoft, you can see application platform as a service. Like suppose if your requirement is one database and then we're using the .NET platform, you can take the service from the Microsoft Azure. Likewise, Google, they have plenty of services to offer you. IBM Salesforce, this is the fourth leader of cloud computing platform. And then file storage. Let me give you one simple example wherein which all the three aspects are being covered. Suppose if you go to the Google website and if you press the options, what you find? Google Sites, Google Docs, Google Calendar. Likewise, you have several options under the Google or Gmail. So here you can just correlate whatever that I told during the previous 3 or 4 slides. You can map. Suppose for example, take Google Drive. What it is nothing but it comes under storage. So storage means it is the infrastructure as a service. So whatever the service that they are offering in the form of Google Drive is nothing but a storage as a service. So most of us, we are using the Google Drive. But now you can interpret that the Google Drive that we are using is nothing but the storage as the service or else the hardware as the service. Like suppose if you are working with Microsoft Office, then you need to install Microsoft Office or whatever the options that you have, the PowerPoint, Word, and then the spreadsheets like Excel and other things. Whatever you have, you can work using your desktop or laptop and you can fulfill the things. Suppose you are in a remote location and you have only the Gmail account, you have the net connectivity. So what you will be doing, suppose if you want to process certain document or else if you want to write it like fill in some worksheet or else the spreadsheet package. You don't have the software in your laptop. Then what you can do is you directly open your Gmail account. One option is there that is called as the Google Docs. And there is for Excel kind of things, you have Google Sheets. So directly you can use those services in order to fulfill the conditions of the word processing or else the spreadsheet kind of thing. So here you can interpret that you are getting the services from a cloud. So you don't have Microsoft Word or Microsoft Office, the whole package on your laptop. However, you had opened the Gmail account or Google account, and you are directly using the Google Sheets or Google Docs in order to fulfill the requirements. So there, all these things, the sheets, the docs and other things comes under software as a service. Even though you don't have the software, it is being made available to you through the Google platform. Likewise, Google Calendar. Most of the people, they will feed in their schedules in the Google Calendar. So it makes you remind that so-and-so thing is on so-and-so date at so-and-so time. So where it is storing? It is being stored in the Google platform. That is the cloud platform. So whenever there is an alert, automatically it pops up onto your machine or onto your mobile and you'll be alerted. Even video chat is possible. So all these options are being made available to you using the cloud platform. You can see here, I had taken some screenshots. Like there are several cloud services available with you. The mailing service, that is nothing but the cloud service offered by Gmail, Yahoo, Sifi, AOL. There are several providers which are providing you the mail service. The prominent one is the Gmail, as you know, or else the Yahoo. So all these people, they are not using a fixed servers kind of thing, but they are into the cloud platforms. Likewise, suppose forums are there. Here I had given some examples, voice thread, now comment. All these services were provided using the Google platform. And then customer social networking, like the Facebook that we are using, comes under cloud platform. The Pinterest, Twitter, Ning, all these custom social networking sites, everybody uses the cloud platforms. Then information collection, you can see over here, the Google Forms, SurveyMonkey, that is the questionnaire kind of thing. It is been driven by the cloud platform. There are several things, Poll Everywhere, Qualtrics. And then coming to the calendar kind of applications, you have Google Calendar, Hotmail Calendar, wherein which the services, whatever you are availing, those are nothing but the cloud services. Likewise, file sharing, I had shown you the Dropbox, the Google Drive, the Ignite. All these are nothing but the storage as a service. That is the hardware as a service. So video presentation you have. Likewise, we had categorized several cloud applications over here. You can go through all these slides and you can now realize that whatever the applications, those are listed in these columns are nothing but the cloud options. Likewise, services using cloud, you can see here, Mendeley, WorldCat, Google Scholar. Most of the PhD students, you are using the Google Scholar. So the Google Scholar platform is offered through the cloud platform, like Dropbox, ResearchGate. And then this is what I was telling you. This screenshot I had taken from Google. Here you can see the connect is there, access, and then create and control. So connect is nothing but Google, like mail. M means in Google it is mail. Likewise, calendar here it is. G plus is there. Video is there. All these applications they had grouped into one particular category called as connect category. Likewise, for access to store files, you can find here the Google Drive. It is nothing but it comes under the infrastructure as a service. Likewise, in order to create things, like here you can talk about these are nothing but the software as a service. This is hardware as a service. And then you can manage users. These are all manage users, data security. These all comes under the platform as a service. And then you can see there is another website I am showing you. This is Amazon. So on the Amazon, you can see there are several products featured. Analytics, application integration, augmented reality, virtual reality. So whatever the services they are offering over here as the products, those are nothing but the cloud kind of thing. So for virtual servers in the cloud, you have to take the Amazon EC2. Likewise, there are variety of things, variety of options, variety of services available on the cloud by Amazon. So you have to pick up one as per your requirements and you have to go ahead, subscribe them and you'll get the virtual resources. Likewise, you can see the IBM cloud services. There are several options like migration, integration, security. So you can go through these particular website also, and you can have the complete flavor or complete pricing tag, other things on their websites. And this is the third popular player, that is the Microsoft Azure. And here you can see the virtual machines. This is the feature selecting the virtual machine category. Like suppose if you want to have the SQL database, you can select from here. Likewise, depending upon the requirements, you can opt for the one of the cloud applications. So with this, I hope you understand all the cloud service delivery models. Thanks for watching.